Here's something I finally figured out. I don't know if anybody ever had this situation. Let's just say we're making a ring here. We got this far with it, and we're going to connect this right here. We'll go from the end there, and we just kind of want to make it like that. And then let's just mirror it to the other side for the sake of discussion right now. Alright. Now, it looks pretty good. Let's extrude it and see what we get here. Doesn't matter at this point. Now, even though we put this together, when you go to mill it, you're actually going to see a little crease right there. And let's see why that is and how we can get around that. Let's undo that. Now, if we look at this curve right here, put the analyze on, go with the curvature graph on. Well, first of all, I'm sorry. Let's join all these right here, and let's join. Sorry about that. There we go. Now let's turn our curvature graph on. Take a look at what we got. Now, as you notice, this area right here, this gap right there, that's the reason we're having that issue with the smoothness of our surface. Here's one way that we might be able to correct that. If we go into the curve tools, let's rebuild this curve right here and bring it down. Let's start with a couple, hit the preview. And for sake of this demonstration, let's just say OK. You see it's much smoother now. Let's go with the fair curve, hit that, and I use a tolerance of 0.5, and as you can see right there, much smoother. Now let's extrude that out and see what that looks like. Now, as you see that, perfectly smooth ring now. I'm going to do one more example and show you one more time on that. And as you can see, you see the seam right there on the render as opposed to this view right here. No seam. I'm going to show you another model real quick. Okay, now I drew these curves right here, and it looks pretty good right here. It looks like it might be pretty nice, but let's see. Once I extruded it out, you can see the seam right there, and it's a little choppy there. It could be maybe smoother. So let's take a look at how to fix that problem. Once again, go back onto our curve graph, select this, and you can see our gap right there. That's no good for a smooth surface, and that's pretty jaggedy too. So let's rebuild this curve, and let's take it down maybe 12, get a preview. You can see how it changed there. Maybe go up to a 13. Alright, we might have to live with a little bit. Let's see what that was. 15. You could maybe do it there too. Let's just say okay. Now, fair your curve, and there, with a tolerance of 50, turn that off. Let's mirror that. Now, let's do our extrude. Whoops. Let's do our extrude. Now, as you can see, no seam. There's our original. It's our seam. It's a much smoother model. So that's something to think about when designing. Give you a little insight there.